Guys, we got this 2007 Toyota Solara here today, and we're just going to show you how to change the low beam bulb on this. Fairly straightforward. Now, it calls for these H11 bulbs. These are from X11. Nice LEDs, right? They got an aluminum housing design, great for cooling. These are super bright, and they're also a 65K white color, so very, very white. Fairly simple to replace. So first thing, you're going to lift the hood. As you can see here, here's our headlight assembly. The one that's got the glass sphere in it, that's going to be our low beam bulb, and the one that's on the inside is going to be our high beam bulb. Now, in order to access the low beam bulb, there is actually a cover here, and you can see it says open and lock. So what you're going to do is you basically just reach down here, turn counterclockwise, which unlocks, and you'll feel it actually stop, and then you basically just wiggle it out. There is a rubber seal that's on here as well to keep moisture out of the headlight lens. So once you get this cover popped off, you can then reach down in here. There's a black plastic connector, and you just push the center while pulling down on this connector body, and we just basically pop that off and let it dangle there. Grab your light bulb, turn it counterclockwise like so, pull it out. So inside, basically just reaching down, turning it this way, pulling it out. Once that's out, we grab our new bulb. I'm excited to see what these look like. And we're just going to go ahead and feed that in here, making sure to also install this in the same direction that it came out. So we want it to be on a bit of an angle, making sure we line up those 3 tabs, and then we can lock this thing in place. All right, so with a little bit of patience, you can get that in properly, make sure that it's in the way it's supposed to be. Then we can go ahead and plug in this connector. And you heard it click. Perfect. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this cap on, but before I do, I'm gonna spray this with a little bit of silicone spray, and it's gonna help that seal slip into place. All right, so we're gonna take this tab and kind of point it down towards this here. There's a bunch of these little locking tabs. They all need to line up into the housing. And once they're all lined up, you just turn it clockwise, lock it into place. And that's pretty much it. So now, before we turn these on, I just wanted to note that these high beams are an H1R1 bulb. And on X11's website, they don't have a listing for that. However, we did try these bulbs here, which are a 9005 or an HB3. And they look like this. They have a little fan built into them. Nice aluminum housing. Believe it or not, they actually do fit and they lock into place. Now, they are not a snug, secure fit, but they go in and they fit. And the connector actually plugs in and they work. So these are not recommended for this application. However, if you do want something that will fit and plug in and turn on, these are the ones to get. So I just thought I would note that. Let's turn these on, see what they look like. What do you think about that, guys? Looks pretty good, eh? Nice and bright and white and modern. Get rid of that gross yellow look. You get better lighting, better power consumption. They only use 1.5 volts instead of 12 volts. They're just overall way better. Great upgrade in my opinion. If you want some, check out the link in the description. You can use Tech28 for 10% off on your purchase order. and what more to say. So if you enjoy this content, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.